Hello there! Once again, this is Anton from Antonimo Bay, the land of magic, the land of enchantment, the shores of the inland sea. And here I am. We're going to do another just odd random draw from the comic book backlots here. None of us have been hitting our local LCSs. What do you call it? Yeah, LCS lately. Just because we can't. So today I'm drawing through the backstocks. I'm seeing what I got. We're going to look at this stuff. Like, did you know that they made a freaking Waterworld comic book? And like, what the hell is this? This is not the Mariner. This is like the weirdest, not Kevin Costner, like not even close Kevin Costner I think I've ever heard of in my life. And yeah, what is this? This is just a ball of oddness here. And he is not a good looking man. I don't know what they're thinking with this cover. Because he's clearly the Mariner, but he's clearly not Kevin Costner. Issue number 1 of Telos. Beautiful image cover. Who doesn't love a pirate chick? Nobody. Nobody doesn't love that. And it's fantastic. So tell us why. And next up, I drew a random comic from the lot. Northstar. I don't remember there being a Northstar miniseries particularly. I know I never read it. But with his outfit combination on this cover, I think it's a pretty striking looking book. Yeah, I can live with that. Now I do love me some Marvel Comics Second Universe stuff, but I don't remember there being a Sentry, an Earth Sentry. Basically looks like the old Captain Marvel. I don't remember that. So I pulled that out and I was like, I don't remember that being a thing. Clearly is. You got J2 on the cover. You got the next Iron Man. You got Wasp up there. Wasp number 2. So yeah, I thought that's a pretty cool cover, and I don't want to pass on that. Next up, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Somebody reminded me of this the other day. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. This is a strange, violent, horrible book. That is very entertaining to read. It is literally about a homicidal maniac who kills people and has a whole bunch of dead people in his house. Keeps them locked up in his basement. Murders thousands of people. Weird books. Dark humor, I guess. They are funny in their own way, if that's okay to say. They're definitely the darkest side of humor you can get. And it's by the guy who wrote Invader Zim, if I remember correctly. And I thought that's pretty flippin' sweet. So, yeah, Johnny, the Homicidal Maniac. I found this. I don't even know what this is. It's a Galaxy Comics, Bloody Bones, and Black Eyed Peas. And I just thought it looked cool. I don't understand this, weird thing it has going on the outside, but it is what it is. I thought it was awesome. And a book I always love the covers of. They're probably not the most interesting read. They're like an anthology book of small stories, but Action Girl, I've loved the covers. I love the character Action Girl, who it's not actually about Action Girl, it's just about she's the mascot for the book, and it's just anthology books. But it's a company, slave labor graphics. And, yeah, sometimes the art inside looks like this. Sometimes it looks like that. Sometimes it looks like this. You've got all of the different artists in there that are working on stuff. It's a very unique book. And even though some of the work I am definitely not a fan of, some of it I am a fan of. And I'm a fan of the concept of the anthology. So, I mean, it is kind of geared. I mean, it's all like women authors. That's fine. Some of the anthology work is a little on the odd side. But like the different interpretations of Action Girl and her uniform, I absolutely love that notion. Which is why I love the covers so much. Because they bounce around, and every time you get a different interpretation of a different character. And to me, I just think that's great. Right here, she is clearly surrounded by viruses. I don't know what she's going to do. She looks like she's well protected. Yeah, just a different take on a different outfit. Constant changes. This probably one of my favorite takes. The double-breasted jacket, the green skirt, just the AC on the front, AG on the front. I'm sorry, stupid. It's the Action Girl though. But I just love the covers. They do have interesting stories. They're not for everybody, but they're a weird thing and they exist. And I do try to promote them and at least raise awareness about them because I do like them. And I do love what slave labor graphics usually brings to the table with comics. It's usually odder stuff, and they are much more of an independent feeling book. But if you see one, it's cheap, give it a whirl. Just give it a try. And next, I'm going to throw in Detective John Law. This is a Will Eisner book. This is number 1. I'm also going to fling out a Vault of Doom Nation number 1, B-Movie Comics book. This I bought when I was very young in a pile of other comics, and it was my first exposure to some of these old comic books, and they were horrifying. They're just absolutely horrifying. Scary shit, weird shit, awful shit happening. See, he's like dealing with this like murdered ghost head. He's trying to solve the crime of his own death. Rat gut. This stuff was so disturbing. Beating the hell out of little kids, killing ladies. Terrible stuff. Look at him. He's beating up, nubbing the shoeshine boy. What a bastard. Crazy stuff. This is clearly, it's by the same guy who did The Spirit. This was a much less well-known book that he did, but Eclipse made some reprints of it, and I wound up with a copy when I was very young, and it was very creepy, yet stuck with me a long time. Vault of Doom Nation, obviously an old horror comic that is very much in the vein of Tales from the Crypt. And you know what? That's pretty much it. This is only 19, so boom. I'm going to throw in, because I picked it up, another copy of issue number 2 of Cinder. It doesn't matter how many times I buy copies of Cinder, I'm always going to just buy a copy of Cinder. If it's in the bin, if it's less than $1, I'm not going to leave Cinder in the bin to suffer like that. That's why I just buy them. Every time I see them, it just seems wrong to leave them. So anyway, this is my latest. This is Cinder number 2. I believe there's only 3 issues. That's all I've ever found. And that is my latest addition to the Cinder pile, as I showed. I can't leave them. They're just the perfect combination of kind of artsy bad girl style, kind of like Dawn, but also done in a very amateurish type way. The art is not as refined, and I just something about it appeals to me. I think it's great. Anyway, that's all I've got. That's my story. Hope you guys like this video. Stay safe, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.